Shadow of the Erdtree brings so much to Elden Ring. All the new dungeons, bosses, and other challenges are housed on a totally new map, and that means you'll need to collect more map fragments to complete your bird's eye view of the Land of Shadow. To fill out the full map, you'll need to collect 5 total fragments. This video will show you how. These first few map pieces are straightforward, none more so than the Gravesite Plain fragment. When you first enter Shadow of the Erdtree, you'll emerge from a cave onto the Gravesite Plain itself. Simply head northeast and you'll spot a destroyed town known as the Scorched Ruins. You can grab the map from the pedestal along the road there. To reach Shadow of the Erdtree's second region, Scadu Altus, you have 2 options. Elden Ring is about exploring at your own pace, after all. Route 1 is straightforward, taking you through what will be most players' second legacy dungeon, Castle Ensis. After defeating the twin Moon Knight Rallana, you'll exit the castle into this hilly area. Option 2 is to head to this spot along the panhandle of the Gravesite Plain, southeast of Castle Ensis. If you venture through the canyon and the poison area there, you can destroy a cairn that will activate a series of spirit springs. Use these to reach the Fort of Reprimand, which sits at the southern tip of Scadu Altus. In this case, you can either fight through or run through the fort and head northwest to reach the same exit gate from Castle Ensis. From here, it's simple. Follow the road to Miquella's Cross and the accompanying Site of Grace. The pedestal with the Scadu Altus map is just a little farther north on the same road. Just watch out for that furnace golem at the next camp. The route to the third map fragment will start to show just how winding the Land of Shadow can really be. A reminder that you might find alternative routes to any of these, but this video will give you some guaranteed paths. From the Scadu Altus map piece, head east to the lower part of the region. There's a lake with a cave entrance, and you need to go in. You'll face some Miranda flowers and perfumers, but ultimately the cave will dump you out into a poison swamp far below the bridge to Messmer's Shadow Keep. Follow this as it winds to the northwest and then southwest, dealing with the death birds and giant archers along the way. Ultimately, this will take you to a forested area below a massive set of ruins above. Follow the path as it starts winding southwest, and you will find the pedestal with the Rauh ruins map piece. This is when things start getting complicated, so bear with us. The Cerulean Coast is a simply breathtaking area in Shadow of the Erdtree, and the simplest path from the Rauh ruins is to start following the water as it runs south. Past the Templetown ruins is a set of tombstones jutting out of the cliff you can use to reach the lower area. This is the Elec River, and we're going to follow it all the way south. Mind the ulcerated tree spirit. This river runs all the way through the underside of the cliffs on the southern tip of Gravesite Plain. From here, you'll need to carefully drop down the ledges and waterfalls and continue heading into the southernmost portion of the map. This is the Cerulean Coast, and once the name pops up on screen and you see the beautiful flowers that give the region its name, simply continue south and up the hills to finally find the 4th map piece. Lastly, we have the Abyss. This is the most complex route in this guide, so strap in. It all starts at Shadow Keep. Yes, really, all the way up there. We'll start at the docks in the southwestern portion of the castle, right by the big lift to the specimen storehouse. Along the wall by the easternmost collection of flaming boats is a ladder leading down to the watery area below. Behind the waterfall here is a hidden chamber, containing both a freaky red painting of the Scadu tree and an illusory wall. Beyond this is a watery passage leading to a coffin, and riding in that will take you down to the sunken ruins far below the castle. The path only descends further from here. You need to continue following the water as it flows south, much like we did for the Cerulean Coast. Only in this case, there are many more dangerous enemies to confront and cliffs to climb down. Once you reach the Recluse's River downstream Site of Grace, look for a set of tombstones you can use to descend even further. There's also another hippo to fight at the lake. Use the tombstones south of the lake and immediately east of the waterfall to climb down again, finding yourself in some misty woods. Along the cliff face to the north is a dungeon entrance. This is the Darklight Catacombs. Just in case you thought we hadn't descended enough yet, this multi-floor dungeon will send you down several elevators, finally culminating in a boss fight against Jori the Elder Inquisitor. After winning that fight, you'll finally be able to step into the Abyssal Woods, a straight up scary zone where you won't even be able to ride Torrent at first. Follow the road southeast, fighting or running from the madness-inducing enemies down here. This will ultimately lead you to the abandoned church, right by the pedestal containing the final map fragment. With this, you will finally have a complete map of the Land of Shadow, and hopefully a bigger picture of what exactly Miquella is doing in this realm. For more help conquering Shadow of the Erdtree and its many challenges, be sure to visit our wiki on IGN.